My turn. Oh, only one machine left. Guess luck's not on your side today, Red. Let's play. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. Time to make my move. Not looking good for you, Red. Knocked right off the board. Okay, let's see. Board's all yours. Time to get serious. That's it for me. Oh, I thought I had that one. Good luck. My turn. That's it for me. Okay, let's see. Well, that's done now. Off the board it goes. Time to make my move. Your turn. Come up. Board's all yours. That was brutal. Time to get serious. One less piece on the board. I got a tough fight ahead of me. Time to make my move. One less piece on the board. I won! Oh, but I'll play you again if you want. Let's do this! You're up, Red. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. My turn. Well, that's done now. Knocked right off the board. That was brutal. Off the board it goes. You are on a roll. You're up, Red. Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge. You got me. Fair and square. This is gonna be fun. I'm up. Your turn. Oh, seriously? Ah, off the board it goes. I'm up. Yes! One less piece on the board. Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. Knocked right off the board. That was brutal. My turn. Knocked right off the board. Ah, off the board it goes. Time to get serious. That's it for me. Time to make my move. That's the game. You up for a rematch? This is gonna be fun. Board's all yours. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. That was brutal. Well, that's done now. Your move, Red. One less piece on the board. One less piece on the board. I'm up. That was brutal. Ah, off the board it goes. Time to make my move. Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. You have to admit, that was impressive. Oh, I won! Probably shouldn't sound so surprised, huh? Here we go. Your turn. My turn. That's it for me. My turn. Board's all yours. Knocked right off the board. You're up, Red. Ah, off the board it goes. That's it for me. Time to get serious. One less piece on the board. Well, that's done now. Knocked right off the board. Come up. Your turn. A single machine left? That ain't good. Just one piece left. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot! Now that was a game, even if I lost. Let's play. You're up, Red. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. Okay, let's see. That was brutal. One less piece on the board. That was brutal. Off the board it goes. Board's all yours. Okay, let's see. That's the game. You up for a rematch? Good luck. You're up, Red. I'm up. Board's all yours. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. Time to get serious. Knocked right off the board. Your turn. Well, that's done now. My turn. That's it for me. Off the board it goes. One less piece on the board. Well, that's done now. My turn. Oh, I won! Probably shouldn't sound so surprised, huh? Let's do this! Your turn. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. to make my move. Your move, Red. That was a surprise. That was brutal. Board's all yours. Knocked right off the board. I'm up. One less piece on the board. Hey, I like that piece where it was. Off the board it goes. That's it for me. Knocked right off the board. Okay, let's see. Nice! That's it for me. That was brutal. Time to get serious. Guess luck's not on your side today, Red. Good luck. Your move, Red. I'm up. You're up, Red. My turn. Well, that's done now. Knocked right off the board. Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. Your turn. That was brutal. Time to make my move. One less piece on the board. I was hoping you wouldn't do that. My turn. Ah, off the board it go. I won! Oh, but I'll play you again if you want. You know where to find me, Red.
You couldn't resist some good company.
Why do you like the sound of my voice?
You know what we need? A proper survey of the valley.
Laughing about it. We already got maps.
One, don't call me stupid.
Throw me in with me. I don't know. Like up
There,
that right there. Fix it. Ah, finally.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew? Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Ah, damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvind?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Hey, Ray. Fancy a game of strike?
Bet you 50 shots.
King of vodka.
Same time, same place.
Such company to have. Bring ale for the North.
We are on the same side here, Odin. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, drop the act. We all know it was the Carja who let the bristlebacks into the valley, sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is preposterous. Why would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
You mean the land that honest Osram laborers work tirelessly with no say in its governance? The land that, should you sign the decree,
Oh, you and that damned concession decree.
would be managed by the people who actually live and work on it.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself, Walloper of Derval, gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Proper survey. Sure. Okay.
I found some berries I never seen before out behind Sainsbury's. Someone has a bad batch of croquettes.
Ah, Savior! Over here!
Please.
Not to this flame.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
I can already see where this is going. There must be a forge here. Not a forge, but well, yeah. Place to make machines. Just a minute, they ran down here. So there's a tunnel here, or a tunnel or a cauldron, one of the two.
Anyone see where I put my drink? Anyone? Anyone? Ulvund can't just ignore us like this, can he? We almost died because of it.
Have you seen us? What are we supposed to do? Have Arnold throw his crutch at him?
About the other day.
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig.
Hey!
What's important is everyone made it out.
No thanks to Ulvund.
Have you talked to him yet?
We're on the waiting list.
Doesn't have the guts to face all of us at once.
We need to stick together, in case he decides to send his goons over.
You're all banged up as it is. I can deal with Ulvund. You don't need to stick around.
We know, you old hammer.
Just stay safe.
You really think they'll put up with all that Karja talking?
Put up with yours. Am I lost, or am I exactly where I'm meant to be?
If the Nora drinks, that's it.
I'm waiting every other yet.
I bet this green shine will fetch a price.
It's almost like instead of mushrooms, these are barnacles.